What's up, beautiful people? How you living today? I'm doing good. I slept a lot today, which sucks because I hate missing the day, but that's the downfall of night shift and when the seasons change and you miss the whole entire day. But I got up, did a little workout, watched some TV, and yeah. My husband's working on his car, and I like to annoy my husband because he will tell me something about his car, and my husband never wants to admit that he's a little smidge of a chauvinist, because he'll tell me like something's wrong with his car, and then I'll offer him the most womanly advice and he hates it. He'll be like something's wrong with his ball joint. It's like stuck in something. And I was like, why can't you just like use a magnet? And he's like, babe, you can't use a magnet. And so I was like, what about some tweezers that are magnetic? And I know that this is not possible, but I mean, you know, I don't know why it infuriates him so much, but it's funny. Like, he doesn't get, like, raging mad, but it's just, he's, like, in his brain, he's like, gosh, this is just some woman. She doesn't understand cars. I don't want to understand cars, but I love messing with him about it. It's funny. Like, it's kind of the same, like, if he was to come mess with me about me plucking my eyebrows and ask me some random man question. I love to womansplain my husband just as much as he loves to mansplain me. I mean, these are the fun things about marriage, you know. But I'm not lying though. There should be magnetic tweezers. A lot of you guys could get a lot of stuff done if there was some magnetic tweezers in life, in cars and everything. Like, I feel like a really big magnet could solve a lot of problems in this world. Just FYI. You know, they got the little things that look for gold and crap or whatever in the ocean. Those little things. I mean, it could be possible. I'm just saying. Don't sleep on my inventions, fellas. I could be saving you mechanics a lot of time and money. But other than that, another thing I was doing is just thinking about all the freaking apps that I have. All these freaking, because Netflix is going up in their freaking price. And I'm like, man, not me, but back in the day, we had a thing called Ninja Video and all these sites where you can download movies. Man, you can even download video games. You could mod and I didn't do this, but you could mod your Xbox and literally it can read any DVD and you could play every game that your heart's desired back in the day. And now it's like the FBI had to come in, mess up some stuff. And now y'all getting y'all money with Netflix and all this crap. And y'all still don't want to let us live. We let up on downloading the free movie sites. Y'all busted every free movie site we ever had. Not we, because I would never download a free movie. I would never do that. But I'm just saying, back in the day when they had Ninja Video and all them things, you know what I'm saying? It was there. It was out there. And it would be a movie almost one of the most random sites. It could be like all in like Arabic, but there'd be a movie. I think Soul Plane was the most downloaded movie ever. And then do y'all remember that X-Men movie with Wolverine and his brother? And you could see the strings on it when he was doing his little action moves. Man. For free, you can watch it. So, let's see what the news is talking about today, y'all. Drew Barrymore's writers are not coming back after, I guess, she decided to work when they had the strike. I never watched that show, so I don't really care. Let's see what else we got here. Beyonce was telling Jay-Z that back in 2006 that he taught her how to be a woman. Let's take a listen.
It is nothing compared to what you've done. And not only me, but everybody here. You taught me so 20 years old when we first started dating. You taught me how to be a woman. You taught me how to live. You taught me how to be a friend. You've given me so much in life. And this is not enough. It's not enough I can give you. I just want you to be happy. And every year, I'm just even more in love with you. And I want to spend every day of my life with you. Happy birthday. And I thank God for you every day.
I don't know who leaked this video, but it was a private birthday party, but people were in shambles. This is from 2006, but this is a new thing the internet does. Somebody leaks old stuff and then everybody's like discussing it. But of course, people had a field day with this. It says 2 things. A man loving you properly can teach you things that do in fact make you a better woman and person all around. That's true. I know it's not common, but true. However, the age gap of them is what makes you side-eye it. I mean, Beyonce is known for not being the best speaker. And so I think that's what she was meaning as far as you've made me a better woman. And I know in this world we live in, women don't like to hear that, but it is possible to make your partners better, whether it's a man or a woman. So it's not crazy. It's not a popular thing to say, but your spouse should bring out the best in you. Although he did cheat it, yes, but you know, back then she learned a lot of valuable lessons for him. Let's see what else we got here. There was some video of these people on Mount Everest and some lady was falling to her death and people were still planning on going up the hill hiking. A lot of people are like, whenever you go up there, you have to plan to never return sometimes. I don't need that kind of adventure in my life. I'm pretty good. Abercrombie & Fitch says it's investigating allegations that ex-CEO Mike Jeffries, who led the company for more than 20 years, exploited men at sex parties he hosted. Not shocking. I mean, is Abercrombie & Fitch even still around? This is lady on the internet, and I know my dog is spoiled, but she spoiled her dog so much. She makes this guy a steak every day. And I don't know, it's got me feeling kind of like I need to step up my game with my dog. I mean, she's got everything, but should she be eating steaks every day? No, I would not never do that, but the dog has a very lavish life, that's for sure. They're still talking about Kelsey and Taylor. Let's see. A lady in Maryland knew her ancestors had risen from slavery in the middle of Tennessee. What she didn't know is a direct descendant of the people who enslaved her ancestors is a U.S. congressman today. Not shocking. Kelsey says they're overdoing it a bit with the coverage of him and Taylor. Really, Kelsey? Don't you think you're the first person that started it with your little dumb podcast and you alluding that you wanted to have a friendship bracelet and all this? Minnesota Twins have won their first baseball game in the whole season, I guess. So it's making news for some reason. They're strongly talking about bringing Trump back as Speaker of the House, which I wouldn't be shocked that they try to do that. I wouldn't be shocked. 2 one-year-old girls drowned in a backyard swimming pool at a daycare facility in San Jose, California. That is crazy. They must have really not been watching them. This is sad. So this guy, James Wayne Jr., who was shot by his wife after he allegedly sexually abused children at the daycare, is going to be released on home detention as he awaits the judge to rule on his fate. But his wife is having to do 4 years for shooting him for sexually abusing kids at her daycare. That's wild. They're saying good cholesterol might not be as healthy as you thought. They confuse you so much. People are shoveling all this good cholesterol and it ain't even good for you, man. So was Jay-Z wrong? His first cousin asked him for $4,800 to invest in his business, and Jay-Z said nah. He said nah. I don't know the context of it, but Jay-Z, maybe he's lent too much money, or maybe he's never lent money. I don't know, but nobody can really make you do anything with your money. That's for sure. But a lot of people feel that $4,800 is nothing to Jay-Z. And probably ain't. But you can't be entitled to people's money just because they're rich and related to them. That's why you should, if you really got really rich like that, you have to have some kind of family creed if you were thinking about generating generational wealth. But he does have a lot of children and stuff, so he doesn't really owe anybody nothing for real. At all. Yeah, still talk about the Tupac guy that supposedly killed him. 104-year-old Dorothy Hoffner jumped 13,000 feet from a plane while strapped to an instructor and broke the Guinness Book of World Record for being the oldest lady to jump from a plane. I guess at 104, why not? If it gets the old ticker pumping, at that point, when you're 104, I could see climbing Mount Everest. That I can get behind, because why not? What else are you doing all day? So the man accused of kidnapping the 9-year-old girl from that park in New York was previously arrested and charged for choking someone in 2017. This guy, he wasn't that smart, and if you look at him, he definitely looked like he was on something, because he literally kidnapped that little girl, and then he literally put a ransom note in the people's mailbox with his fingerprint. He clearly didn't think out what he was trying to do. Hopefully he didn't do nothing to the girl. They said that she appeared to be healthy, but yeah, he was clearly just trying to get some quick money or something. So the student, this girl that had went to Dubai for accidentally touching one of the security guards over there, She finally got out. They don't be playing around over there in Dubai. But y'all just keep going over there to little man-made city. See what else we got going on here. Houston mother who was the target of a murder plot now missing after friend's murder. A young mother has disappeared months after witnessing her acquaintance be murdered in a plot that she was a target of. She mysteriously vanished on September 21st after getting into a van outside of her job. Oh, that's the girl that was in front of that bar and grill. She was reportedly seen entering the vehicle with an unknown male around 1 a.m. An hour later, around 2 a.m., the 21-year-old phoned a friend, but that individual missed her call. The following day, her loved ones discovered her phone had been turned off. She has not been seen or heard from since. What makes the mystery even more troubling is that Ford was the target of a May robbery gone wrong, and the conspirators seemed determined to harm her. On May 18, Ford was in the front passenger seat of a car being driven by associate Otis Parker. He had recently driven her and her friend to be a dance escorts. However, they hatched a plan to rob them, and yeah, they didn't go through. So now she's missing again, and I'm like, why would she get in the car? So Blac Chyna has been working to get custody back of her children, and her oldest son, Tyga, her baby daddy, he doesn't want to give her back custody. And a lot of people are like, she gave him up for a lifestyle and now she's trying to get him back. Some people are like, give her another chance. I say give her another chance, because children do need their mother. But I mean, just like fathers that are deadbeats, there's deadbeat moms too. The pendulum swings both ways, so you know, you can either give them another chance or not. Let's see. So this story is crazy here. This Las Vegas mother suffers a devastating loss after CVS mistakenly gives her an abortion. Here is the abortion medicine. Here's the video.
Tamika Thomas just a few days ago, a few years after she went into a CVS in North Las Vegas. She got medication she thought was going to help make her pregnant, but the pharmacy got it all wrong.
I don't come from a big family, so I wanted to make sure I had a big family.
Tamika Thomas loves her big family. She has 4 beautiful, healthy kids and wanted one more. She was having trouble getting pregnant back in 2019, and more trouble when she had to have her fallopian tubes removed after 2 dangerous pregnancies. But she wanted to fight to grow her family. The fight you ended up having
was a fight that I would have never imagined I would be fighting.
The fight, it turns out, is against CVS, this branch in North Las Vegas in particular. She went in there to get prescriptions to help jumpstart her in vitro pregnancy. She went home, took the medication, and started to cramp.
Cramping is, a norm, but
We met Tamika Thomas just a few days ago, a few years after she went into a CVS in North Las Vegas. She got medication she thought was going to help make her pregnant, but the pharmacy got it all wrong.
I don't come from a big family, so I wanted to. Cramping went beyond that. It was extreme. It was painful.
So painful, she knew something was wrong. Expecting a drug that would trick her body into thinking it was pregnant, she checked the bottle. And your life changed that day. 2 CVS pharmacists who ended up in front of the pharmacy board had made a handful of errors filling Tamika Thomas's prescriptions. They ended up giving her a drug meant to terminate the pregnancy for which she had fought so hard.
They did exactly the opposite of what I was trying to do.
Not okay.
Not at all.
understand people.
Conduct and failure to adequately supervise the two technicians that made the original mistakes. The board says someone at the pharmacy should have called the doctor because nobody at CVS could read these prescriptions. And then one of the pharmacy techs guessed wrong, entering a generic prescription name which is the exact opposite of the brand name the doctor prescribed. Then the board says the pharmacist failed to counsel the patient on what would happen when she took this drug, misoprostol, better known as the abortion pill, which destroyed those two embryos and broke something deep inside Tamika Thomas.
And all I got was a sorry.
Not good enough.
It will never be good enough.
A CVS spokesman mentioned that apology in a statement to the 8 News Now investigators. It says, "We've apologized to our patient for the prescription incident that occurred in 2019 and have cooperated with the Nevada Board of Pharmacy in this matter. Prescription errors are very rare, but if one does occur, we take steps to learn from it in order to continuously improve quality and patient safety. Conduct and failure to adequately supervise the two tech."
Well, I would have to look at this question like that.
But CVS's attorney repeatedly distanced himself from the pharmacist, both at the hearing table and in defense of his client.
To suspend or to take action against a pharmacy license when they really didn't do anything wrong, wasn't pled that they did anything wrong. The only allegations are that they had these pharmacists.
And he pointed his fingers right at the pharmacist and said they did it.
Correct.
What'd you think of that?
I felt like that was not okay because he should have took initiative for the company as a whole.
For his part, the attorney for CVS told the 8 News Now investigators he stands by what he told the pharmacy board and has no additional comment. But for Tamika Thomas, it does not end there.
There's not enough that I can say. There's not enough therapy. There's not enough medication that'll take the thoughts away, that'll take the pain away.
Well, I would have to look at this question like that.
But CVS... The pharmacy as a whole was fined the maximum under the statute. That's $10,000. At least one of those pharmacists no longer works for CVS, and they both got fined and are essentially on probation for a year.
So, Kyle, I mean, obviously there was a fine. One of them looked somewhat remorseful there in front of the pharmacy board. So we're wondering, does Tamika Thomas sue now? What's her next?
So far, no lawsuit. This woman had to work through quite a bit in order to even be able to talk about this with me and go before the board. And I know she'd like to sue, but this happened 4 years ago, and in most cases in Nevada, the statute of limitations is 3 years.
Hey, Kyle, we saw in your story there CVS apologize. Did the pharmacist apologize?
Yes, they both did, and tomorrow we'll see their apology, and we'll investigate how and why some of these mistakes get made.
Okay. Kyle, thank you for that.
Crazy. I don't know. I mean, hopefully she has a case because that's really messed up. Let's see what else is going on here. Yeah, let's get into these Reddits. There is a Kaiser Permanente union member walkout, and 75,000 of them walked out to, obviously medications and backlog. It's all kind of crazy stuff going in the medical world, but everybody trying to get paid. I ain't mad at them though. It just sucks for people that actually need their medicine and need their health care, but people got to get paid. They got to do what they got to do. All right. What do you call your partner? Babe. I'm a babe kind of girl. Somebody said, she calls me, what are you doing in my house, or who are you? Schmoopy. Rectangle. Whatever stupid nickname. I do have a nickname for my husband, but I'm not going to put him out on blast like that. But definitely. Just changes with my mood though. But I do have a favorite that I have his phone saved as, which he hates, but I love it. See, what were you doing the moment you realized COVID was shutting down the whole world in March 2020? Contemplating vacation, like trying to get masks, just what everybody else is doing, trying to hoard a bunch of crap that we didn't need. Yeah, a lot of people said I went to the grocery store to buy 2 weeks of groceries. Anytime we got hand sanitizer, we could do it, and we would. My husband was the king of toilet paper and paper towels. He kept us stocked. But yeah, a lot of people said stocking up on stuff. Some people said traveling. Let's see here. You have to ruin a wedding. What do you do? Well, you interrupt them from taking their nuptials. For sure. Somebody said come dressed in a white dress. Yeah, it's supposed to be. I mean, the bride like look at you side eye, but I don't feel like that's horrible. I'm pregnant with the groom's baby. Yeah, if you stand up and say something really crazy, release a skunk in the sanctuary. What movie is just plain awful, but you love it anyway? I love Dumb and Dumber with Jim Carrey and I forget the other dude's name, but that movie is so funny to me, and a lot of people hate it, but I just love it. It's so dumb though. It's Dumb and Dumber. Somebody said Periscope, Mortal Kombat, 1995, Con Air, Biodome, never heard of it. Constantine, I loved Constantine. I was so mad when they never made another one. Van Helsing, Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. That movie's very stupid, but a lot of people like it. I love me some Ferris Bueller too. What is the funniest way you've heard someone call boobs? It's not funny, but I think it's funny. Mammary glands is funny to me. I don't know why, but it's funny. Somebody said she's got a balcony you could do Shakespeare from. When I moved to Chile, the first time I heard Calaguagas, it's called baby shut-uppers. Double lattes, the heavies, snack trays. Your lungs are hanging out. Milk wagons, calcium cannons. Y'all got some really good, interesting names. I've heard chesticles before. Very interesting names for booties, but I'd have to say I love that double latte. Men, how often do you worry about appearing creepy? I wonder that too. I wonder when men are lurking around, do they ever think how creepy they look? Especially when they give you that little weird grin. Like, I wonder if some men really understand how creepy they look sometimes. Somebody said pretty often I modify my behavior to appear as non-threatening and as possible. Pretty often. So you guys know you're creepy. That's good. That's good to know. That you guys come off creepy. Somebody said, I actively avoid interacting with young women in public, especially my age and younger. Not so much the older women. They always are cool. Let's go see what the women are talking about. What do women mean when they say they want an emotionally available man? I mean, I don't mean I want anybody to cry, but I do want you to, one, understand your emotions. I don't need you to understand mine, but understand yours. And then if we've been together, maybe understand, but it's all confusing. Able to recognize and respond to emotional changes in himself and others. Able to discuss feelings, both his and mine. Yep, pretty much. This guy says, I'm a guy, but I think it typically means two things. The man isn't ready for or is not seeking a deep, meaningful connection. He only wants sex, not a relationship. He is terrible at expressing or communicating his emotions to his partners. So the time is really going fast. I'm going to hop out of this and get into my story times. I didn't realize how fast time went. I chit-chatted with you guys too much tonight.
Ladies, be careful of the help that you give a man, because later on that help might end up hurting you. There are a lot of women that I know that have dealt with men, and they take it upon themselves to help. You know, if you with a man and I know you care about him, so you feel like, okay, well, I can do this, I can do that, but that man has not asked you. And that's the same exact thing he's going to tell you once you feel like you done got played, or whatever it is that you've done for him, he's not reciprocating, nor does he appreciate. You're going to throw it in his face like, well, I did this and you ain't did this and blah, blah, blah. And he going to turn around and say, well, did I ask you? I didn't ask you to do that. You did that because you wanted to. You know, a lot of the times we'll take it upon ourselves to, you know, initiate some type of help that was not asked of us. But then we feel like, okay, well, I did this out the kindness of my heart, you know, and then you can't depend on that same man, or either he'll take the help without even really appreciating it. He'll take it, and then once he done got on his feet, he'll sit up there and act like you ain't never did nothing for him. Listen, struggle brings character. A lot of females are enabling these weak-ass men. Mm-hmm. That's why they can't really get their shit together, because they know that they can lean on you. Let that man struggle on his own to get his shit together, because I promise you, that help that you trying to get that man, it's going to hurt you later on. And a lot of women, when they enter these relationships or they deal with these men, the first thing y'all want to do is just name drop all your credentials, talk about yourself, and tell the man everything that you got. You're not doing nothing but setting your own self up to be used. You want to bring them to your house, show him how you live, and that man is rubbing his hands like Birdman, seeing how he can manipulate and get what you got. Hey, look, baby, I'm broke. I ain't got no money. I live in the projects. I'm broke. IRS got me for $500,000. That ain't cap, though. But seriously, I don't come into relationships, I don't deal with men bragging about the things that I have, because I know how opportunistic these men are. I ain't got shit. It ain't nothing you can get from me but a couple of laughs. You know what I'm saying? But a lot of women overcompensate or want to tell everything that they got going on, thinking that they trying to impress a man. Who the fuck said that we got to impress these men out here? I'm telling you, a lot of women set themselves up to be used, because the first thing you want to do is talk about your MBA, your this and that, your blah, blah, blah. You know, I got this and my parents left me this. I'm broke, baby. I don't even wear like all my stuff. Like I don't try to dress all fancy and wear all of my designer or my jewelry, anything when I'm first dating a man. I want him to think that I'm just, you know, regular. That way he don't get no Birdman thoughts in his hand. He be rubbing together like Birdman, dealing with a lot of you women because you want to come off as Oprah Winfrey. I ain't got it, baby. I'm broke. You know, but y'all gonna do what you want to do, because a lot of women feel like they gotta spend the money on men just to be able to be in their presence. You females have really messed it up for the real and regular women out here like myself that ain't spending a dime. And then she'll try to say, well, you know, we do for each other. Yeah, you done paid for a trip to St. Lucia, Bora Bora. That nigga ain't did nothing but took you to Great America. Yeah, y'all, this equal, ain't it? Please. I can't compete with no female spending money on a man, because that's not what I do. But 100% of the women that I know are out here with that sugar mama energy, with the feel like they got to be Captain Saving for these men, that help and all the things that you all end up doing for these men, number one, will not be appreciated, and you will feel hurt behind all of that. Man, let that man earn your love. Let that man earn you. You want to try to prove yourself to these men. Man, please. Hey, baby, I ain't got it. I'm broke. Good luck.
She ain't lying. I mean, it's okay to, you know, if y'all into the dating process, but a lot of women do leave with, and men do it too. They try to impress, and I got this and I got that, and people will definitely, like, they'll count your money. I have a rule, like, if we're dating and you ask me for something within a certain period, then I can't rock with you. Like, I need you to not ask me for nothing, and vice versa. If you start, can you lend me? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen. Not at all. We in a recession, bro.
Bitch, hold on. I got humbled so quick the other day. Listen to this right quick. So maybe like 2 years ago, I used to talk to this boy, and he was nice looking, but when I met him in person, he was the devil. And when I say the devil, he was the type of man who always felt like he had to humble a woman whenever she spoke highly of herself. Or he the type that if you saying something and you sound real smart and you know what you're talking about, he try to pick your brain to where you could say something wrong, and then he be like, see, you don't even really know what you're talking about. Long story short, I couldn't deal with that shit, so I stopped talking to him. About a year passed forward, and I met this other dude off Instagram, and he was real cool. You know, he had a little SRT, so you know I had to get in where I could fit in. It really didn't get far. We hung out a couple times. The first time we hung out, we finna go. So we driving, and we end up in these apartment complexes, and I'm thinking to myself, like, these look familiar as hell. But I'm like, what are the odds that we finna, you feel me, go to dude crib? Like, it's hella apartment complexes over here. There's no way. Bitch, when I tell you I was so wrong, we pull up to that motherfucker crib, and his brother come outside. So I'm just thinking to myself, God, if you really with me, he not gonna be up in there. That other dude is not gonna be up in there. So we go in through the garage, lo and behold, who I see when I walk past? The brother. So y'all know me, I'm gonna keep it Pete all the way, but is you gonna do the same? Y'all, he ain't say not a word. He ain't say shit. So I'm like, we good, bet. It ain't really nothing. So 3 days ago, the dude hit me up and he like, yeah, what you want? We finna go to this fight party. I wanna know if you gonna come with me. So I'm just like, shit, I'm there. But something in my mind did not make me ask where we finna be at. But he told me that he was gonna buy me a bottle. So I'm whatever the bottle finna be at. Y'all, we driving. Pull up to the same place. I said, here we go with this shit again. Now, let's rewind right quick. The first dude that I was talking to, who crib it was, he just slid into my DMs probably like 2 months ago, trying to, reconcile, but he still was the same, so I was not interested at all. So we walk in, and when we go upstairs, I see old dude, but he looking down at his phone. But you know me, you finna know I'm here. So y'all want a shot? Y'all want a shot? I'm holding the bottle. Who want a shot? So he look up like I just knocked the wind up out his ass, and I'm like, yes, it's me, and I'm here with your homie again. So I'm thinking I'm doing my big one, you feel me? I just walked up in this bitch, fresh as hell, cute as hell, my lashes was cute and everything. We watching a fight and shit like that, and I see him get up and he go to his room. Mind you, I know where his room is at because I used to be up in this bitch. So all I hear is he open the door and he like, "You good?" And I hear a, "Yeah." Oh, not you got a bitch in there. So I'm still playing it cool. I'm like, you know what? I ain't even tripping. That's, you feel me? What's they say? Another woman's trash is another woman's treasure. So she can have them. So I'm in my phone just scrolling and shit like that. We all getting drunk, rolling up, out the bam. I see her come out the room, but the way I was positioned, I couldn't turn my head to look at her because he would have knew that I was looking at her. It would have been too obvious. So I'm like, okay, I'm finna keep this shit peaked. I turned my body, so when she did come out the bathroom, I could see the bitch because I need to see the bitch. Y'all. Why the fuck, when she come out the bathroom, all I see is a pregnant ass belly? Oh my God, when I tell y'all, shitty. That shit humbled me so quick, because baby, he is not worried about me. He got a family. This bitch pregnant in a onesie. I say she had to been about 7 months. It looked like she was finna pop. She went back up in the room, and then after she closed the door, he stuffed a little towel up under the door, and you know, because we was smoking outside the room, so he stuffed the towel up under the door, and I'm just thinking to myself, oh my God, like, he care about her. But the thing is, I have a God complex, and what Future say, even if I hit you once, you part of my... So, you feel me? That's how I'm taking it. But deep back in my mind, I'm not gonna lie, I was fucked up. I was fucked up about that one. So yeah, these niggas ain't worried about y'all for real. Get that shit out your head.
Give me a boy's name that starts with the letter H.
Jose.
Name something that follows the word pork.
You pie.
Name a country a man with a mustache should visit to meet a woman with a mustache.
France. Yeah. Paris.
Name something that's hard to do with your eyes open.
Read.
Tell me a traffic sign that best describes your love life.
Do not pass go.
I could never make love someone that looked like my who.
My lovely husband.
She was so serious too. She was so serious, y'all. He said pork, pine. Oh my gosh. I wanted to end on some light stuff because yesterday was heavy. But I try, y'all. I try not to get these crazies on here, but there's so many crazies. But what isn't crazy is I'll be back tomorrow. You guys have an amazing night, and I'm praying for you always. It's Inya is signing off.